In futurology, future research, horizon scanning, and foresight, wildcards are low-probability, high-impact events. This concept may be introduced into anticipatory decision-making activity in order to increase the ability of organizations and governments to adapt to surprises arising in turbulent business environments. Such sudden and unique incidents might constitute turning points in the evolution of a certain trend or system. Wildcards may or may not be announced by weak signals, which are incomplete and fragmented data from which foresight information might be inferred. Arguably the best-known work in wildcards comes from John Petersen, the author of Out of the Blue: How to Anticipate Big Future Surprises. Petersen's book articulates a series of events that, due to the likelihood to surprise and potential for impact, might be considered wildcards. He defines wildcards as low-probability, high-impact events that, were they to occur, would severely impact the human condition. Building on Petersen's work, futurist Marcus Barber developed an additional wildcard tool called a reference impact grid (RIG) in 2004, which helps strategists and risk managers define vulnerabilities within a given system and to then consider what type of event might destabilize that system. Challenging Petersen's hypothesis, his additional thoughts on cascading discontinuity sets broke away from idea that wildcards are always a singular one-off event, to introduce the idea that a series of interrelated events might also achieve a similar outcome to the big one-off event. A cascading discontinuity set can achieve a similar outcome to a one-off wildcard via a series of smaller, unplanned events that eventually come together to overwhelm the system's ability to cope. Like the big wildcard, the end result is the same: the system no longer has the resources available to it to continue functioning and is overwhelmed. The concept of wildcards comes close to the black swan theory described by Nassim Nicholas Taleb in his 2007 book The Black Swan. Black swans, however, can be seen as events that somehow are written in destiny or the stars, and will occur anyhow. The title refers to the black swans that existed already for millions of years in Australia but became only known to non-Australians only when they sailed there. Nicholas stresses therefore the surprising side and unpredictability of the black swan as well as their certainty, or unavoidability. Another concept that comes close to the concept of wildcards and black swans is the tipping point of Malcolm Gladwell's The Tipping Point, which actually is a special form of a wild card that realizes itself by accumulation within a system that reveals itself in a drastic change of the system. Some authors plea for a better understanding of the nature of events that people share under the concepts as wildcards, black swans, breakthroughs and so on. Victor Van Rij uses the concept of wildcard and sees these as events which shake but also shape the future. He distinguishes between human-caused events where the good and bad will of actors is involved, like the fall of the Berlin Wall or 9/11, where the surprise is more or less subjective, and nature-caused events, like tsunamis, large volcanic eruptions, asteroid impact, where destiny plays a larger role, where people by using their knowledge may influence the impact of the event or even the occurrence of the event itself by influencing its development, making it worthwhile to develop early warning systems and to take precautionary measures. He also distinguishes between imaginary wildcards and the really occurring ones. These imaginary wildcards may have the same impact as really occurring wildcards and may be used to influence decision-makers and the public opinion either by informing them on real threats or opportunities that may appear in future by falsifying these. Early warning signals for human-caused wildcards should be looked for in human communication and psychology as well as historical science. Angela and Karl-Heinz Steinmüller use wildcard imagination to enhance the resilience of enterprises. By evoking out-of-the-box thinking on positive and negative wildcards and creativity in handling these, they see wildcards as earthquakes of the human mind, opening up new possibilities in thinking. See also Barber, M.P. 2004, 2006. Wildcards, Signals from a Future Near You. Journal of Future Studies Volume 11 No. 1 Tamkang University. Mendonca, Sandro, Cunha, M.P. Kaivo Oya, Yari and Ruff, Frank. 2004. Wildcards, Weak Signals and Organizational Improvisation. Futures. The Journal of Forecasting, Planning and Policy. Volume 36. Issue 2. pp. 201-218. Mendonca, Sandro, Cunha, Mikel Pina E. Ruff, Frank and Kaivo Oya, Yari. 2009. Venturing into the Wilderness. Preparing for Wildcards in the Civil Aircraft and Asset Management Industries. LRP Long Range Planning. International Journal of Strategic Management 42. 2009. pp. 23-41. Gladwell, Malcolm, The Tipping Point. 2000. Quote. Angela Steinmüller, Karl-Heinz Steinmüller. 2004. Wildcards. Wenn das Unwahrscheinliche eintritt. Merman, Petersen, J. 2000. Out of the Blue, How to Anticipate Big Future Surprises. Madison Books. Victor Van Rij. 2013. New Emerging Issues and Wildcards as Future Shakers and Shapers. Chapter 5 in Recent Developments in Foresight Studies. Pages 67-92. Editors. Maria Girout C. Bartolomeo Sapio. Springer Science and Business Media. Taleb, Nassim N. 2007. The Black Swan, The Impact of the Highly Improbable. Random House. Van Noten. P. A. M. Sleegisp. N. M. Van Asselt. 2005. The Future Shocks. On Discontinuity and Scenario Development. Technological Forecasting and Social Change. 72. 2. pp. 175-94.